Hello, my name is Erica Escobar. Um, the unit that I've selected for my project-based learning unit would be the Tiny House project that was done by a class, an elementary school third grade class in San Jose, California. The Tiny House project can be done across the curriculum. It will include not only ELA but also math because of the calculations that must be done to get the tiny house, because you're essentially going to be building a tiny house, and that goes across math and of course any type of discovery as well. The tiny house project was created as a response to inner city housing, which of course is limited due to population boom, and tiny houses have become a recent staple in the fight against homelessness, and this was one response to that. The Tiny House PBL is engaging for students because they get to incorporate use technology that usually is not used in the classroom, such as in this particular project, they get to use Minecraft to first construct a house to create a model for that, and they get to like I said, utilize these technologies that usually are associated more with home-based not exactly learning in the classroom, but home-based project. It will also allow a student to explore their creativity and ability to assess other people's needs, because they will need to construct questions that will help them determine what type of a little house is needed for a particular family. It will also be used to increase the cognition for the students because they get to create these models for the particular clients. It will be challenging for the students, but they definitely will rise to the challenge of creating and being creative in the design of the house, because they have to set certain parameters such as budget, type of family that you're looking at, and how much house is needed for the particular family. This project incorporates several levels of Bloom's taxonomy in its creation, and beginning with the the students are going to design these ideas, and the teacher in particular who created this project, she used very common objects for representation of square footage. She used a Cheez-It, just a regular Cheez-It, to represent 1 square foot of the house, so they can actually do the calculations. As I said before, the students will need to come up with parameters that encompasses the evaluate level, and they also will apply the information that they receive that about how they're going to create the house. They will need to apply that and interpret that information from the client, such as how many children they have, who else will be living in the house, how big, who needs bedrooms, and how big the family spaces will be. For the unit, they will have vocabulary, relative key terms that they will have to learn, as well as the measurements for the houses. As this unit goes across the curriculum, it's a very good project-based learning unit for students, especially elementary students, to be able to engage and utilize their the students also learn certain life skills about how to interact with adults, basically, while they are questioning them as far as what they need and want in their tiny house, because we want to put preferences of the client and give the students an idea of how it is to actually work with clients. So the teacher in the presentation actually brought in parent volunteers to serve as clients, that the children were competing to get their business for building the tiny house for them. So it is a very lucrative unit to teach the children.